Hi everyone. Finally, I am listening to a band which has been on my list for a long time. And it's been on there so long, I hardly even remember how or why it was significant, but I remember it was kind of early-ish in the rock music history. That is the Bee Gees. Well, today I'm listening to the Bee Gees. And the song is going to be I Started a Joke. I started a joke. I have no idea how. The Bee Gees were a musical group formed in 1958. Okay, that's definitely early on. By British brothers Barry, Robin, and Maurice Gibb. I almost thought maybe I would see three brothers starting with B. But no. The trio were especially successful in popular music in the late 1960s and early 1970s, and later as prominent performers in the disco music era in the mid to late 1970s. The group sang recognizable three-part tight harmonies. Robin's clear vibrato lead vocals were a hallmark of their earlier hits, while Barry's R&B falsetto became their signature sound during the mid to late 70s and 80s. The group wrote all their own original material, as well as writing and producing several major hits for other artists, and are regarded as one of the most important and influential acts in pop music history. Well, that's why I remember it being discussed. The Bee Gees have sold over 120 million records worldwide, with estimates as high as over 200 million records sold worldwide, placing them among the best-selling music artists of all time, as well as the most successful trio in the history of contemporary music. They were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997. The Hall's citation says, "Only Elvis Presley, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Garth Brooks, and Paul McCartney have outsold the Bee Gees." They're in some pretty good company. With 9 #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, the Bee Gees are the third most successful band in Billboard charts history, behind only the Beatles and the Supremes. The Supremes? I haven't listened to them. I Started a Joke is a song from the 1968 album Idea, which reached #1 in Canada, New Zealand, and Australia. In Canada, it spent 2 weeks as the #1 in RPM charts. Robin Gibb told the Mail on Sunday, November 1, 2009, "This is a very spiritual song. The listeners have to interpret it themselves. Trying to explain it would detract from the song." Okay, this is going to be a kind of a engaging experience. I can already feel it coming.
Started a joke which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see that the joke was on me. Oh no, I started to cry, which started the whole world laughing. Oh, if I'd only seen that the joke was on me. I looked at the skies, running my hands over my eyes, and I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I'd said, till I started the whole world living. Oh, if I'd only seen, oh yeah, that the joke was on me. Oh no, that the joke was on me.
It's so weird. It's so funny and so serious all at once. What a strange mix. Okay, first of all, when was this recorded? 1968. Okay. So I guess the Beatles have been in the mix for a little time. Some things about it kind of made me think of the Beatles. The sort of humor, maybe it's the British humor, I don't know, but it feels similar in a way. Although the voice is very different from the Beatles' voices. And it almost has a Broadway-esque feel in the way he's a little bit cinematic and oh, it's funny. And I say it's a funny mix because, well, when it first started, I was thinking, okay, it has kind of a folk feel, you know, the guitar strumming, something about it feels kind of folksy, folk rocky, something. But then partway through, we end up with, what? A harp glissando, some sweeping strings, like, what sort of random, game did they play, just reaching out and deciding I'm going to include this and this and this. I'm going to have this very lyrical Broadway style melody, and then this joke. I feel like the whole song is a joke itself. It's not just telling about a joke. I feel like it's a joke itself. It's so, well, let's go back and listen through parts of it and let's just explore it a little bit. Oh yes, this bum beep 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 bum beep 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 bum. Let's see, what are those notes on? We're in the key of G. And then the strumming starts. Just kind of gets it moving kind of quickly. I guess there are two guitars, right? And something about the interaction of the two guitars is what made me feel like it was kind of folky style. And, well, my anchor point for folk rock music right now is Simon and Garfunkel. Partly because I like their music, partly because I understand they're considered folk rock, and they're kind of in the same time. Can I say time zone, time period? And so it's not Simon and Garfunkel, but there's something kind of similar in the guitar style. But then there's a voice coming in.
I started a joke which started the whole world crying.
So, there's a funny cheeriness to it, even though it also sounds a bit sad. It's a funny mix. I started a joke. It's almost as if he's laughing at himself when he says it. I started a joke. And it starts to feel suddenly rather tragic when it started the whole world crying.
Which started the whole world crying, but I didn't see.
And this is kind of what I expected all the way through once we settled into this.
Oh no.
There's that dee-dee-dee-dee-da.
Which started the whole
Okay, the backing voice. Ah, kinda
oh, if
just
I'd only see that the joke was on me.
okay. Oh, alright. This is where I started to feel like it's a little bit of Beatles style. So,
Over my eyes, and I fell out of bed.
and then this, I fell out of bed.
Hurting my head from things that
That I
I said.
From things that I said. The way he places it, he is a little bit theatrical, and to put such a theatrical style over such a simple folk accompaniment, I guess that's where I'm feeling the irony, the almost feeling of disconnect. But it works so well, and it's one of the things that makes this piece funny to me. Like, I couldn't not listen. I had to keep listening through the first listen. I couldn't bear to stop it because this strange combination of musical ideas and suggestions, musically speaking, I just had to hear how it developed. And then, of course, wherever that harp came in, that was quite something.
That the joke was on me.
Okay, the sweeping strings.
Running my hands over my eyes.
What is this?
I fell out of bed, hurting my head from things that I'd said.
I guess this is where
I finally died.
I feel like I'm watching some sort of, I don't know, in that moment, it's some sort of fairy tale cartoon or something, you know? Animation with some fairy dust sprinkles, sparkles, stars, magic wand. It's such a mix. I kind of like it. And I don't know. I almost feel like I want to hear another piece by them, even right now, just because this is so different from what I think of. Okay, I've gotten used to the Beatles. I've gotten used to Simon and Garfunkel. I've gotten used to the some of the other early rock era bands and sounds, but this one is such a strange combination. I'm curious to see if it's the same on another piece of music, or if this whole sound mix is just part of this joke that I started, whoever I is. Okay. Do you have another one I can listen to?
No.
Okay, I've been talking about how strange and how weird it makes me feel and everything, but, well, for a song to be about a joke, and to make the listener feel this way is really a good joke in itself. And for that, I have to say, it's really effective. It's really good. They managed to put it together in a way that just, I don't know, it made me laugh. You saw at the end, I could hardly keep the laughter till they got to the last note. So,
Would you listen to it again?
what?
Would you listen to it again?
Yeah, I guess I would. If only for the sake to laugh at it, surely. I might even start to feel a bit more comfortable within the sound mix after a few more listens. I will have to listen to it again. What a strange experience. That's the Bee Gees. I started a joke. And, well, let's see what else Vlad puts in front of me next, but I'll see you soon.